Who would have thought the end of the world could be so peaceful?
Yeah, at least until night falls.
True. I wish Crane could have seen this.
Who?
Doesn't matter.
You're not the kind of loose end you leave untied.
Kyle was a hero. He was going to save Haran. But sometimes, even the greatest heroes stumble and don't get up again. But the fact we're talking now, it's essentially thanks to him.
With the guns finally in Dying Light 2, it got me thinking about the second store DLC that we've all been promised. After all, being that we now have these brand new guns, it would be fun to go on an all new map to use them and give us something fresh. So I started doing my research, trying to find out everything I could about this mysterious second DLC update. There's a lot of information out there. From the original Elyseum map that was shown at E3 to Morse code radio signals talking about Kyle Crane's return, alongside concept art of a forest region and asylum. With limitless fan theories in the way and so-called leaks, it was hard to find the true story at first, but here it is. In the beginning was E3 and Elysium. Our first look at Dying Light 2 was this E3 2018 gameplay trailer that showed Aiden running on the beautiful rooftops and jumping onto moving trucks, all in a part of a city we never got to see. At first, everyone believed this would be the second DLC expansion, just as Dying Light the Following acted for the first game. But as of May 29th, 2023, Only Zombies posted a video talking with Tymon Smektala, the lead game designer, where Tymon says that Elysium had been cut for 2 years already, with no intention of bringing it back at any point.
The big one that I do want to get into is the Elysium.
How do you imagine it? What do you know about it?
Third area of the game, you can go into the metro station and see it on the map. We found quests and various other locations of things happening in Elysium, and it seems like Elysium would be this type of DLC, kind of like the equivalent of the Following for the first one.
So this is exactly what I imagine you guys imagine. No differences here. So I think I will go back to what I said about cut content. Yes, there was like a prototype. There was some kind of a content like this in the game at some point. It has been removed from the game. No, I think it's safe to say it was more than 2 years ago. Those are just leftovers of what we have planned to do at some point. I can say that Elysium, like you mentioned, in that form that you were able to data mine, will not make a comeback for sure. Like, this is not the first DLC, this is not the second DLC. So I'm not saying that nothing that was a part of Elysium will not make a comeback at some point in a completely different way, because it will be fully developed then.
There's actually people in the community now that have taken it on themselves to finish what Techland started, and are finishing the Elysium map themselves. I'll leave a link to a great video that goes more in depth on that. With Elysium out of the picture, it was anyone's guess what would become the largest DLC announced to date for Dying Light 2. Then came the big leak. Kyle Crane was returning to us after so many years. Many had started to believe our dear Crane had become no more than a mindless infected. An extremely dangerous one, albeit, called the Night Hunter. It started with a developer livestream that confirmed Crane did indeed escape Haran, bringing the virus to the rest of the world with him. At the end of the Following in Dying Light 1, following this news from the dev team, players began hearing Morse code messages coming from radios around Villador. The messages were as follows. First, the woods are death. Second, target down, north-northeast of Villador. Lastly, we found him, send help. By themselves, these messages don't mean much, but following these messages is when Techland started doubling down. First, the Kyle Crane outfit is added to the game. Then Techland posts on Twitter talking about where is Kyle Crane. Now even this could be taken as rumors and speculation, but then came the final nail in the coffin. The script for the second DLC was leaked and confirmed Kyle Crane would return alongside Spike to work with Aiden. Here's a line from the script that really confirms the fact all of these leaks are legit. In the context of the script, they just entered a new map area, with Spike and what is in the files called local player. I'm assuming this is Crane from the context. They start off by talking about what they're doing there. Spike says, plane that went down in the area. Then the player says, "A real plane? Whoa, never seen one of those in years." Spike then says, "You will. A military transport. That's about the only people who can fly now, until they crash." Referring back to the Morse code, the line that says, "Target down northeast of Villador" can easily be put into context, and it fits so perfectly that I don't have a single doubt about what it refers to. As well as the fact concept art shows the area to be a forest type location. With that said, that's everything important you need to know about the second DLC. This is all subject to change, of course, and there's no set release date yet, so we'll just have to keep our ears open. From what I've seen though, it'll be sometime this year. I will have a link for the entire DLC script down below somewhere. And I want to give a massive thanks to Backboard Films and Oni Zombies for being massive resources in my search. Thanks for watching.
Malcolm in the middle, more like mushy in the middle. Lose some weight, Heisenberg. I've had a good chuckle over that one. I'm coming after you.